Hello everyone, welcome back to series of theory of computation. In this video we will discuss Moore machine. First of all we will discuss formal definition of Moore machine. This Moore machine is a finite automata and the tuples included in this machine are q, summation, delta, sigma, lambda and q0. First of all we will say what is q. So q is a finite set of states here. That is how many number of states included in your machine will be the set of q. Then summation is the input symbols, delta is the output symbol, then sigma is the transition function mapping, that is q into summation gives q, lambda is the output function mapping from, it is given as lambda gives q to delta, and q0 is the initial state. In the previous videos we have already discussed what is finite automata. We discussed deterministic finite automata and non-deterministic finite automata. So these terms, that is q, summation and sigma, are already there in DFA. Only the new thing here is delta, that is output symbol, and the mapping function is different here as we are including this delta. That is here along with the transition there is output given with the states. You can see one example here so that the concept will be clear to you. This is a Moore machine given here. Here you can see states are q0, q1 and q2. So we can say this q here is q0, q1 and q2. That is there are three states involved in this Moore machine. Then summation is the input symbol. So you can see the inputs given here are 0 and 1. So input symbols are 0 and 1. Okay. Now here you can see delta is the set of output symbols. So here you can see along with the states there are outputs associated with each states. So only two outputs we can see, that is A and B. So we can write the outputs as A, B. Now we discuss how transition function works here. Here you can see q0 is the initial state. So the number of transitions will be q0 with 0 input, then q0 with 1 input. Then next is q1 with 0 input, then q1 with 1 input. And next is q2 with 0 input and q2 with 1 input. We can see here if there is a state q0 and we provide input 0 to state q0, we will remain in state q0. So you can see here output is q0. So this is a mapping along with input state and along with the input symbol to which state we are going, that is the transition. And here with q0 state and 0 input we are going to state q0. That's why this is the first transition we can see here. In the same way with q0 input and one q0 state and 1 input we are going to state q1. So I have written q1 here. Then with q1 state and 0 input we are going to state q2. So q1 with 0 input we are going to q2. Then q1 with 1 input we are going to q0. And then q2 with 0 input we are going to state q0, and q2 with 1 input we are going to state q1. So this is a transition function. Now the only thing that we have to discuss is the output function, that is how delta works here. So delta is the output associated with each state. This is the basic difference between Moore machine and Mealy machine. In Moore machine the output is associated with the state, while in Mealy machine the output is associated with the transition. That is, if you are in state q0, then for that state the output will be fixed. That is, for q0 output associated will be A, for q1 output associated will be B, and for q2 output associated will be B. You can see here the transition table. In transition table, if q0 is the initial state, I will simply draw this diagram here, machine here, so that it will be easier to understand. q0a with 0 input, then with 1 input q1b, then here with 0 input it will be in Q2 with 1 input and with for state Q0, if we provide input 0, we are in state Q0 and output associated with to Q0 is A. Then if Q0 and input is 1, we are in state Q1. Now in Q1, if we give input 0, we are going to state Q2, and with input 1, we are going to state Q0, and output associated with state Q1 will be B. And in state Q2, if we give input 0, we are in state Q0, and if we give input 1, we are in state Q1, and output associated to Q2 will be B. So this is about Moore machine. So you can simply remember output is associated with the state in Moore machine, and here for n length input there will be n plus 1 output. We will discuss this with the help of one simple example. This is one input string 00110. Initially we are in state Q0. So output associated to state Q0 will be A. Okay. Then if we give input to state Q0 0, we will transit to state Q0 and output associated with state Q0 is 1. So our first 0 is processed now. Then next, with state Q0 and input 0, again we will remain in state Q0 and our output will be A. Then next, in state Q0, if we get input 1, we will moving to state Q1 and output associated to Q1 will be B. So 3 symbols are processed now. Next is again 1. So in state Q1, if we give input 1, we are in state Q0 and output associated to Q0 will be A. Now only last symbol is to be processed, that is 0. So in state Q0, if we give input 0, we will get output A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see here for input length 5, that is string with length 5, we are getting output with length 6. That is for input length n, we are getting output with length n plus 1. So this is all about Moore machine. We have discussed formal definition of Moore machine. We discussed one Moore machine, how to draw transition table, and how to find out the transition from one state to another. And we discuss that for n length input we are getting n plus 1 length output in case of Moore machine. That's all for this video. I hope you understand the topic. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel.